business card.
Unless okay, don't tell me
We'll text it to you.
then I'll keep it.
Yeah.
Feeling off.
Y'all got your phone first ticket?
Y'all could just pass them out as we leave. Jojo, pay attention.
Jojo.
Jojo, pay attention.
All right. Y'all want to stand up and welcome her? Put your hands together and please welcome to our Stanley Steamer Performance Studio and our Star Lounge, the one and only Faith Evans! Yes! That's what y'all do. That's what y'all do.
I just want y'all to know I did have on a cute little sundress earlier, but it started raining and we got wet, so I had to change it to my travel clothes. Thank y'all for coming out. And I had to put on my hat because my hair got wet. But y'all know how that goes.
I totally get it. Listen, you're cute no matter what you do. Thank you for coming by. Thank y'all for having me. I was sharing with them something that happened, and I do hope you forgot. But it was a couple years ago when you came to this station. And somebody forgot to tell me that you were coming, and you were sitting in the lobby.
Oh, no. Let me tell you what happened. I was just telling my crew in the car, because here's the story. When we pulled up, I was actually mastering my last independent album, Incomparable, in Orlando. And I was like, let me just pop by the radio station, maybe, I never really just do that, but I'm like, hey, let me just go tell it. It was an independent project, so I'm like, well, whatever I could do to tell people to expect it. So I'm just sitting in the lobby and people looking like, is this fake? That's
It's true.
She ain't on the schedule. I was like, yeah, I just came by to see whoever's on air.
Oh, okay. So I felt so bad.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't feel bad.
I'm like, no, she don't
It's not like I had on a Faith Evans costume or anything like that.
No, but trust me, there were my co-workers, they kept running the studio going, there's a lady in the lobby look just like that. They kept coming in, and I was like, would y'all please stop? I said, somebody would have told me if she was coming, but now we know. Thank you for stopping in.
Thank you for having me. Thank y'all for hanging out.
Some of my friends here, we call our listeners, we call them our family. We treat them like family. So these are some of our, and I said, y'all can come and have a play date with us today. So that's what they're doing. So we're all just gonna chat with you if that's okay.
That's fine.
Yeah. We feel like you're ours anyway because you do have a little bit of a Central Florida connection, right?
Well, yes, I was born in Lakeland, Florida.
Okay. Y'all see that?
And most of my family, I have family all up and down the state, but my mom and immediate family grew up in Dade City area, Pasco County. And a lot of them, like 70% of them are still in the state.
Wow.
But I won't get to see them, unfortunately, because I'm like doing 4 stations, 2 cities a day.
Yeah.
Type of thing this week.
You gotta work.
Yeah.
And
But that's like the only time I really get to come down here now. So.
You mean you're not gonna buy a house here?
Huh?
You're not gonna buy a house here? They're gonna move here?
We got a realtor.
I mean,
Yeah.
I got
Right here, right here.
And I'm just like, I got like some millions just hanging out, like, hey girl. I mean, I might have that worth, but I don't just have it. You just,
Right. Okay.
It ain't like that.
Okay. Well,
But I'm cool in LA for now. I'm
Okay.
cool. I'm cool with that.
Well, who knows? Maybe we can all come and visit you. She's like, yeah, all
I don't know
right.
where y'all gonna sleep.
Thank you so much for coming by. We appreciate you just sharing what you got going on with us. We were talking a few minutes ago about entrepreneurship, and you are an entrepreneur as well. So what advice would you have, especially in particular to females who are thinking of doing their own thing?
I think the fact that I am, have certainly over the years grown in my business knowledge and, excess acumen, so to speak. And I won't say it's by default, but I've always been sort of a do my own thing sort of person, or I'm just gonna go for it type of person as well, you know, not really afraid of the loss or the consequence so much, even though you might be aware of it, but it's like, okay, you know, I still know that I'm trying to do it for you know, to get somewhere else. So I kind of think that kind of made me into, you know, I don't know, for lack of the proper way of expressing what I'm trying to say, but those type of things kind of made me into, you know, feeling comfortable, I guess, more comfortable about, okay, I need to have these things in order first before I do X, Y, or Z, because you got to make things make sense for you, and that's no matter what level you're at, you know. Because sometimes, I mean, I'm one that doesn't really tend to try and impart my opinion or advice on people unless they're asking me for my thoughts, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times, especially with like family or close friends, I learned very early on, it's like it'll be taken like when I'm totally not that person. I'm so the same person that they knew before, other than maybe my tax bracket changing. Right. You know what I mean, living somewhere else, but you know, it's like, well, yeah, you could say that, because it's like that don't got nothing to do with that though. Like, it's about really just being focused. I'm not saying you should have what I have. Your path ain't mine. It's all gonna be different, but it's not. You asked me a whole nother question. Now you flipping it, because I'm just keeping it real with you.
They ask you,
but
you
you
can
easily. So I tend not to really do that so much, because people might just look at your status or something, or what they see at, and I'm like, you don't even really know my struggles. But at the same time, I've never let those things make me afraid to try something different that seems like it might make more sense for me.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Where I might have been, for example, and this is not at all, I've totally love Puff, love my bad boy family, and love what that represents in my career and in my life. But I wasn't afraid when I felt it was time for me to do something different, to go and try and get another deal somewhere, where that might have been to some people kind of intimidating, just because of the big machine that Bad Boy was and how powerful Puff is. But I was very persistent. I was very, you know, kind of intimidated by him for a long time. But there came a point when I had to be like, well, I gotta go to his house and just see him face to face. Okay. You know, and tell him like, please, I'm trying, you know, don't hold, you know, I'm trying to do something different, like for real. Yeah. And that took a lot for me, because I was not, you know, I was very shy for a very long time. But you know, I think just part of those things within me that, like, you know, at the same time, knowing it might not be easy and it might not be the same success in other people's eyes, but I just never measure my success by numbers or chart status. It's like, I'm gonna just keep doing me, and I feel like I'm gonna, you know, keep being a good person, and God is gonna keep blessing me. So